Hey everyone, welcome to the video. So today I have another tutorial for you. Pad tap and pad hold allow you to sample straight to a pad, so you don't need to go through all that recording stuff that you do with the sample and the slice, right? So when you sample something here, it stops and then it asks you where do you want to put the sample, and then you can assign it to a program. You can bypass all this, so I'm going to discard this just by using the pad tap or the pad hold. What these two do, well, the difference between them two is that when you record something with pad tap, you tap it to start and then you stop it there, and with pad hold you tap the pad and you keep it pressed while you're recording, then you let go and then you have to stop it right there as well. So that's the difference between the two. Apart from that, all the samples that you record here will go straight into the program that's in the main screen in the track, right? So in this case it's going to go for program 1, and if I tap this pad while I'm in the sampler, so if I tap on this pad, it will record to this pad, and when you go to the main screen it will be on this pad. So that's a sampling straight to a pad. I think this can be good for production wise if you have an external keyboard, and that's what we're going to have a look at. I have my iPad connected to the touch right there, and I have incoming signal to the sampler, right? And I'm going to record using that technique of the pad tap. Okay, I got my incoming signal from my iPad, and when I press this, it's going to start the recording, and then to stop the recording I'm going to have to press on the stop right there. Okay, so I got a loop going and I'm going to start recording at the end of the loop, right? Let's go. Okay, so we have already the sample right here in the program edit. What is this good for? Again, as I said, it can be used, I think, for music production. If you're sampling something, you can just record a sample straight to a pad and you leave it straight on the pad. I mean, it's just workflow wise, I think it's really friendly to the way you workflow. If you want things that are fast, you can just drop it straight to a pad. It's good to use it that way as well. But I think this has also a good application. It's not 100% good, it doesn't work 100%, but it's hopefully someday they're gonna read my emails, because I've sent them to Akai. I've sent Akai a few emails about this. I don't know if they read them, but hopefully they will, and they're gonna stop doing this, which is once you record a pad tap, it's gonna take this to a mute group. So every time you create a slice in a pad tap or a pad hold, it will put that slice into a mute group. And why am I saying this, right? Well, the thing is that if this didn't happen, you can actually you would be able to use the MPC as a looper, a live looper. You could do the same thing as those loopers that you have, and I'll show you how you could do that. Basically, if you record, let me just bring this out of the mute group. Okay, and there is no way to assign a mute group to a Q link as well, so that would be kind of a workaround, but you're not able to do that. If you could do that, then you would assign that mute group change to a Q link, and once you do the recording you would turn it off. But there you need to come to the program edit and turn that off each time you create a slice. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm probably confusing you guys. Let's go here to the main screen. Let's go to the grid, and if you see my right? You see my slice right there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create 3 more slices in these pads that don't have anything at the moment. Okay, so if you noticed, these 3 pads right here, I just created them. They have absolutely nothing. So I'm going to use these MIDI nodes as triggers. So once I create this slice to the pad and the loop comes back around, it's going to trigger those slices. So obviously anything that I record into the pads is going to get triggered as well. And that connects as a looper, you see. So that's kind of how I imagine this to work. But the thing is that it always creates mute groups, which means that then the pads are going to mute each other. So it doesn't really work. It means that you have to go to the program edit each time that you record a slice and turn off the mute group. I mean, I've sent emails to Akai about this to see if they could, change this behavior. I try, but I don't know if they're going to do it. Let's see what I am actually talking about. So I'm going to record these 3 loops, and you'll hear that at the end of the loop because I have a trigger that the samples that I'm recording are actually going to start looping. So that's the idea, and I think this would be one of the good things to have. Let's see how it would work. So let's go back to the sampler. Let me change sounds here. All right, let's go. So you see that the sample is looping around. Now I can go to a different sound now. And so this new sample started to actually loop, but the other one stopped. Did you notice that? And that's because they go to the same mute group. So that doesn't actually work. So these 2 are on the same mute group. So what you need to do after you record a song, a sample, is come here straight to the program edit and turn this off. Or you can just turn the wheel right there, which is much faster. But then everything would actually play together. Anyways, just ideas for you guys to try if you want. Again, slicing straight to a pad, and you can use it as a looper as well. I didn't perform it as well as I could. You can perform this really good if you just get the hang of it. You can use it as a live tool. I mean, I've tried it a couple of times. It does work, but you need to get used to it so you can record live. You need to put the triggers on the grid if you want. Just set some triggers right there, and then you can actually record straight to the pads, and once the loop turns back around, it will catch that trigger and it will play your samples. Try it, see if you like it, and that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I hope this triggers some ideas for you guys, and I hope it helps in some way, even though you still have that issue that every slice goes to a mute group. If it wasn't for that, this would be awesome, really great tool to use. But you have what you have, and we need to make work of what we have. Does that sound good? Okay, so guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, thank you so much. Take care.